What's up guys, welcome back to Grafting Dragon Fruit. It's Richard, and in this video today I'm going to be answering a comment that I got in the comments, and it was, when do I transfer dragon fruit seedlings to another pot? So I'm very glad you asked this question. It's because I don't think I've covered enough material or content about seedlings, so now we can start with that question. And I'm so happy he asked that question because it was perfect timing, because I just started germinating new dragon fruit seedlings, hybrids of mine, that I'm gonna start grafting and growing into a new variety. So I have different types of seedlings here at various stages. And this one is probably the newest seedlings that I have here. The seedlings on these were crossed with Asunta 6. Actually, this is Wild Berry Skittles crossed with Hannah. And you guys can see that I wrote that right there. So at this stage, they're about germinated for about 2 to 3 weeks now. And you're gonna get your true leaves here. And the sprout will be very, very tiny. You almost don't see anything in the middle. So at this stage, I don't do anything. I keep them in the container still because they're still very young and small. If we move on to this one here, you're gonna start seeing little stubs that are growing. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna move my hand so you guys can see. They're finally starting to grow out the true dragon fruit branch. So these branches are what's gonna grow into the long, prickly, spiky cactus that you see on dragon fruit. But when to take them out would be at this stage here. So this one has a little bit more of growth, like especially this one. Just look at how big this one is. They're already starting to put out little spikes, and it's about 1 centimeter tall. So for me, who likes to graft dragon fruits a lot, I tend to graft dragon fruit seedlings and not really take them out the container to grow as a seedling. If you are not used to grafting yet, feel free to go through my channel, check out all of the grafting videos I have, but the specific one you're looking for is how to graft a dragon fruit seedling on to a mature dragon fruit cutting. So you guys search that up, how to graft a dragon fruit seedling. It will pop up a video of me when I started grafting Ecuador Pelora as a seedling, and I expedited its growth, and it took me only about 11 to 12 months for it to fruit. But if you're not used to that yet and you just want to grow it the normal way how many people do, you can start to do that once they reach about 2 centimeters tall. So you're going to see the true leaves, and once you see the true leaves, you don't want to take them out yet. Then when they have a branch like that, the singular branch, that's when you can take them out, put into a little cube. They call it germination cubes or cells, and you can grow it until it gets a little taller. So that you can grow it that way, but it takes so long for you to get a fruit if you grow it from just planting the seedling in a separate container. It can take you about 3 to 4 years for that seedling to actually grow a fruit. But if you were to graft it by taking the seedling, cutting it off, and doing a horizontal graft, you would get fruit within a year. And just let me show you guys of all of the grafts that I've done with seedlings already. This whole cart that you just saw me pulling earlier is actually a bunch of seedling grafts that I did. So here is an example. This one here is a Sunset Sherbet crossed with a Asunta 3. It doesn't look like a seedling, but it was a seed when it started. And once it binded into this mature branch here, it started to grow mature branch right away. So I see you guys are seeing it's so fast when you guys graft a dragon fruit seedling onto a mature cutting. They just blow up into adult growth, and you will get new fruits within a year. Here's another one, and let me just show you the different types of progress that it does. This one is Shayna crossed with the Asunta 4. This is the cutting that I used to graft, and as you can see, all that tape was when I grafted that seedling. So this one I waited until they got about 1 or 2 inch big, and I did a horizontal graft onto this cutting here. This is the rootstock. But this was when it was a seedling still. So you see how all of the spines here are really soft, and I can kind of just push it in. It doesn't hurt me. And they're very thin and small. And as it gets up to about here, this is the adolescent stage. So it's still not fully mature and grown yet to where it can produce fruit, but if you just keep going up, and I think about here is when it stopped the adolescence, and it got up to here. Now look at the difference, you guys. There's actual spikes on there that's hard, and if I were to take my finger and poke myself on this, yep, ow, that actually hurts. So it only took less than 6 months for it to grow from a seed, a little tiny seed, all the way to a mature branch. So technically, if I wanted to, I can cut this branch off and I can plant it into a new trellis and they will fruit the very next year. But if you guys don't want to do that, you can keep the whole seedling that's already grafted onto a rootstock, because it already has a rootstock. It doesn't have to grow new roots to make fruits. So this is actually a quicker way to get fruits from a seedling. So a lot of the times, you guys, that's what I do. I'll take seedlings and I would graft them. It's just way faster to get fruit. And if you guys are afraid of failing, don't be. A dragon fruit has hundreds and hundreds of seeds. And once you germinate them, they're gonna grow in mass amounts like this. So you guys don't have to worry about failing. When I first started grafting dragon fruit seedlings, I failed a lot. And then every time I failed, it just helped me understand what I did wrong and how to improve from there. So I was trying various ways of taping and all of that stuff. But the main goal was to get it as flat as a surface onto the cambium. And like I said, you guys can go in more detailed with my video, but I'm just gonna give you guys an expedited process how to do it. Horizontal cut, tape the 2 leaves onto the cutting, and within 15 days, they'll start to stick to each other, and you're gonna start seeing the seedling grow so fast. And if you guys did it side by side, if you had a seedling that's not grafted and the same seedling that is grafted, you can see the crazy growth that it does. And it's just so amazing how grafting does that to dragon fruits. And a lot of people still don't know what grafting is because dragon fruit is still so new. So that's why my channel is called Grafting Dragon Fruit, because I'm really trying to spread the word out there that grafting is the best way to grow dragon fruit. It doesn't have to be a seedling. You can also grow dragon fruits that have a very weak root system, like Ecuador pylori. If you were to just plant Ecuador pylori with its own roots, it grows very, very slow. But if you were to graft it on something that grows vigorously, like sugar dragon or red laverne as a rootstock, they grow super duper fast and they will produce fruits like crazy. So it's really, really cool about grafting. So for me, yes, you can grow dragon fruit seedlings and you can transplant them the minute they're about 2 centimeters tall. And you're gonna make sure you have a stake in there to help them climb and grow, because as they do get bigger, they're gonna start to fall. But if it was me, I would recommend you guys to do the graft, and that's gonna very expedite your speed of growth on the seedlings, and you're gonna get fruits within 1 year versus 3 or 4 years. All right, guys? So I hope I answered that question, and if I did and you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you guys have any comments or any other questions about seedlings or anything that just comes to your mind that I can make more content for you guys to understand, put it down in the comments below. And if you guys haven't subscribed or hit that notification bell to turn on yet, make sure you guys do that, so that way you guys won't miss a single thing. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Grafting Dragon Fruit. Peace.